right, welcome back to another episode of What Did I Miss with Dennis Styles. I was sick, very sick. Last week, that's why we missed the episode. But I'm back. I'm back for the end of the year. Well, it's the 31st. I'm recording this, and this is gonna be a very different episode. I guess it's not very different. I usually like structure these pretty not script, but get the news all in a row and make sure bunch the Marvel stuff up with the Marvel stuff and the DC with the DC stuff and stuff like that. But there's just been there's a lot of news. Dang, this is a weird start. I just feel so out of flow. I was doing so good. I didn't miss a week, but I was sick as heck, bro. I was sick on Christmas. That was terrible. Like I was literally in bed, felt like I was dying. But yeah, but this episode we're just gonna get into uh basically a end of the year wrap up. I'm not gonna touch on I guess everything, but I don't know, just go over some of my favorites, movies of the year, shows of the year, games of the year, and talk about some anticipated one or yeah, and my most anticipated stuff for next year. Um, that's pretty much how this episode's gonna go. I mean, we're gonna catch up on the news that I missed and whatnot, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty. I wasn't say lax, but I don't know. I'm just like there's like no structure for this episode, so that's why it's like yeah, whatever. There usually I say there's gonna be time codes, but I don't even know if there will be because they're kind of just like jumping all over the place. But yeah, let's just get into it. I guess, not I guess. Fuck, this is terrible. Um, we'll just there's all right. So the news that I have, so I just been sending myself news, and oh, that's what I was gonna say. My weekly watch list is pretty long too, so we'll be getting into that because I was sick and I just had a bunch of time, so I watched a couple things, caught up on some games a little bit. I mean, I wasn't sick for that long. I was sick for like a couple days, but it's been 2 weeks. I got to watch things. But yeah, let's just I guess jump into the news. It's gonna be pretty sporadic. I'm just gonna honestly for the news bit. I'm just about to speed, not even probably speed, but there's just a lot of rumors and some merge stuff with some companies. Yeah. Just let's get into it. I think the biggest thing I think like right before I got sick was the Marvel's or the Disney and shit dropped Jonathan Majors. He was found guilty as assault and harassment following. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't really want to. I didn't like really get into his charges. There's probably someone out there that got into that more and it broke it down a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So Marvel dropping Jonathan Majors. I mean, not much to really say about that, to be honest. Keep your hands to yourself, both parties. Just fuck. I mean, that kind of sounded the wrong way. Both parties. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wasn't really super invested in this case, so I'm gonna like keep from talking about it, I guess. But I mean, yeah, stuff like this, whatever. Other people will discuss it. Yeah, but keeping on Marvel, I guess. There's a rumor for Spider-Man 4 described as a street level civil war. This is from Cryptic for Qual. I think this is like a relatively newer scooper, leaker, or whatever. So take that with a major grain of salt. But hey, it said, and then it says, Kate Bishop, Echo, Jessica Jones may show up. I said that I want Spider-Man 4 to be a bit more grounded. Um, I mean, like street level stuff. So that's the seems to be the stuff that's floating around right now, and I'm for that. There's some more. I guess there will be more stuff. Oh yeah, so with Jonathan Majors being dropped by Marvel, I was blanking for a second. I was like, who did he work for again? Um, I guess Avengers Kang Dynasty is being named to Avengers. It's just referred to as Avengers 5 for now. Um, well, let me see, because there's just like random news in my fucking my inbox area or whatever. There is some more Avengers news somewhere. Let me try to find it real quick. Um. Okay, yeah. There's so the same scooper cryptic for quality 4K quality cryptic HD quality. I don't know. It says Kang will have a pivotal role in the MCU for a time spell until Marvel Studios is set to introduce a new villain that will take center stage in the multiverse saga. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There is, I guess, some rumors of like looking at the Beyonder. Is that his name? Just another big bad, and let me see. There's actually some like some other rumored projects that I'm very excited to talk about. But what was it? Oh yeah, I was trying to look for the Beyonder or whatever. Oh yeah, here it is. The Beyonder. This is from My Time to Shine. Hello. Again, take all this with a major grain of salt. Like, you know, yeah. I mean, this is all speculation for right now. But the Beyonder will be the main villain in Avengers: Secret Wars, providing a reason to consider recasting King. The Beyonder, I think he basically gets all the heroes from the multiverses and gets them to fight each other like he's playing with his toys or some shit. Sure. So, I feel like that's all the Avengers news I had. And I guess the point being on that, um, if they do pivot up from Kang, I think that they should at this point. I think I talked about this before, but I think they should at this point. It's like, come on, brother, what are we doing here? You know, like you have him show up in Ant-Man, like that was the wrong movie to introduce him in. Um, just with that whole Ant-Man, that shouldn't even went in the way it went. Quantum Mania, they should have got back to more grounded stuff. Anyways, you fucking introduced Kang in Ant-Man, have him get beat by Kang or Ant-Man, which is just like, oh, whatever. It's just like he doesn't really have an intimidating factor anymore. And then you kind of just really you have him in like Loki and stuff, and he's just, I mean, we just, I guess Thanos didn't really have a big presence, but I don't know. I just kind of wanted a more, especially for, Thanos was really played the black background into the end. A really more hands-on villain this time around, like that had multiple, and that's what they said, right? At the before, like all this like stuff, this new phase started, this multiversal phase started. They said like Kang would be making like appearances in other projects and whatnot before, the big stuff. I swear that that's what they were saying, but I just wanted a more present villain in the what's it called, in the phase, I guess. And I feel like they kind of were. It's just I don't know what they were doing. What is their plan? What are they cooking? Who knows? Honestly, but I kind of don't feel like talking about King anymore. Hold on. Boom. I just set up a marker. I don't know why I said that out loud. There's a bunch of more Marvel. Ow. I have a fucking bump on my head. Ouch. Let me see, because there's a bunch of Marvel news, and I want to just kind of. There's no structure, but I want to make some structure. Bring some structure to the motherfucking pod. That's the. Oh, so there's a bunch of. So Daniel, Richmond, RPK, he's went on a low hot streak. um, Again, take all this with a grain of salt until I like actually say, oh, this has been confirmed or something. I don't. I'm just saying, like, I'm just like, this all rumor and speculation, like subject to change. And then also, like, when these scoopers and stuff get information, it could be like misinterpreted, and maybe like it's not necessarily what it seems or whatnot. So again, take all this with a grain of salt. But the next little like Marvel rumor, is from Daniel Richmond. Like I said, is that Mr. Sinister is reportedly the top contender to become the main villain in the MCU's upcoming X-Men project. I don't know if I talked about this in one of my previous episodes, but or it might just be in this little cluster of um Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess it is because I was reading. Yeah. So I guess Marvel reportedly before, and then it like developed. Let me talk about the stages of the info. There's like reports, from I think maybe Daniel Richmond, or it's just rumors that the MCU didn't want to use Magneto at all, and they just wanted to like focus on a different villain, and like Mrs. Sinister was one of those people in the mix to for that. And a lot of people are like, "What the fuck? How are you not gonna have like Magneto in the mix?" And he's like literally, one of the core elements of I feel like the X-Men mythos. So not having Magneto is a little concerning. And I was on the same path, but then I guess um that was like a little wrong apparently, and then they actually said that they do want to use Magneto, just more of a in a his more focus on like the Brotherhood of Mutants, which are like I guess the the bad X-Men. They want the liberation of mutants, but at like a them on top type of vibe. But yeah, I was just like I was kind of like going. Oh, here it is. Finally, they just don't want Magneto to be like the. Here it is. Don't want him to be like the focus of the X-Men movie. They want to maybe a whole Brotherhood of Mutants film, which honestly would be cool. Like you get an X-Men film, on the Xavier side, and then you get like a Brotherhood of Mutants film, which would be pretty like different. I'm trying to say is like you just get that different perspective. And again, I've been saying this. We need different perspectives and different types of projects with superhero stuff. It's like if it's gonna continue going forward and to be actually like profitable and whatnot, and stop like releasing these subpar like narratives and whatnot, we need to switch it up. So something like a purely like villains film would be actually really cool, and like really explore their ideologies and whatnot. But yeah, them not doing Magneto at all is definitely, I feel like, is a step in the wrong direction. But I get not wanting to like just I'm down to see like more of Magneto, but I get like not wanting to like highlight them like they did in the what's it called, the old movies. Yeah, that's the because he plays a pretty big part in the Brotherhood of Mutants. See, yeah, he plays a big part in the Brotherhood of Mutants. I feel like play like a smaller role, especially I think they're more in the third movie, but they're still like kind of not even in the background. They're pretty prevalent, I guess, but there's not like a oh my god, this is like the Brotherhood of Mutants and we're this. I haven't seen that movie in a while, so let me let me stop. But I feel like there's really not that, but which would be cool. And I guess the X-Men are where is it at? They want to focus on like the X-Men for the new phase. Did I talk about that? I don't know if I talked about that already. Which I think is a great move. I guess this is this is from Cryptic. Uh, several moon focused several mutant focused projects are rumored to be in development at Marvel Studios, putting the spotlight squarely on mutants. The Avengers will play a smaller role, stepping aside for the mutants to take center stage in this upcoming saga. Yeah, so it's like there's that, and then yeah. Sorry, I'm just again the news is just kind of freaking scattered right now, brother. Trying to bring it all together. Mutants. Blah blah blah. Marvel Studios plans on mutants projects, and this is also a newer scooper, the Cosmic Circus. I think I haven't seen a whole lot of them before. So again, take all this with a grain of salt. But a mutant Disney Plus series featuring fuck, god damn, I want to cut that, but I probably won't. But anyways, a mutant Disney Plus series featuring individual stories for various mutants. X-Men film within the Marvel Studios lineup before Avengers: Secret Wars. Yeah, I feel like if you like a Disney Plus show like especially if you put in like an under the new like spotlight banner that they have going on, um or like more mature stuff. I guess it doesn't really have to be mature stuff, but multiple like series highlighting and building up, different mutants is definitely smart. And I feel like if you want to have the mutants be a focus, you got to definitely put them in the forefront. And I feel like with some of the characters they introduced, they just like kind of fall to the wayside. And even the ones that they want to be important, like fucking Samos and Captain America, he's just like missing from a lot of what's going on. Or at least it feels like it. Um, so yeah, you're definitely gonna need to build up your stars and whatnot. Let me see. I feel like a Nightcrawler fucking like I don't know. It doesn't have to be like series. I feel like it could be like I was saying, like multiple like stories in the series. So like I don't know, a couple Nightcrawler episodes explaining like his origins and like his deal or whatnot, like some Gambit stuff. I don't know, and even like smaller obscure X-Men that I don't even really know about. I don't know, like Sunspot and Morph and shit. I don't know. I'm just naming random mutants that are coming to mind. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely be down to see something like that. And then also with the X-Men, the Avengers versus X-Men story is being tossed around at Marvel Studios. This is from the Cosmic Circus. Again, don't know how true this is, but Avengers versus X-Men, that would huh. I feel like they could make that a whole like phase though, right? Like that doesn't that's I've never read that storyline, but I feel like that's a big enough event, or at least like has enough characters that could be a whole like phase to deal with. And I wonder who what are they fighting over? Are they fighting over the Phoenix Force? I think, um, because it's like super dangerous and powerful or whatnot. But yeah, that could yeah. More what the hell? My whole feng shui just got messed up. But I'll be down to see that for sure. To be honest. Oh man, this was a crazy rumor. All right, let me see if there's more X-Men stuff. Oh yeah, there's the Disney Plus series. I guess the X-Men show 97 it's being revived. I'm actually pretty excited for that, to be honest. I was watching the original, 'cause I never seen it all the way through. I didn't finish it, but I was messing with the vibes. I've seen episodes here and there growing up for sure, but I just haven't seen it all the way through. Um, but it's getting a revival show that I'm pretty excited for. But it's also getting a comic though, and it's gonna be the what's it called? What is that called? What am I? I'm like losing my train of thought. It's like as I'm like I had it. It's like literally constantly running away from me as I like try to think about it more. But they're getting a comic to explain like what the team's been up to since the show ending and like its revival. I don't know how many like years after it is, but I think Loki Magneto's leading the X almost at the Avengers, the X-Men. Yeah. So that'd be pretty cool to check out that comic. I've been trying to like get more into like more recent like comics that are coming out like now, because I feel like all the comics that I read are older. Not even necessarily like older, but like they're past runs and whatnot. Like I'm reading like this Beta Ray Bill comic. I was talking about. I think I talked about it in previous episodes, but that's only it's from like 2020 or something like that. 2021. But I'm really liking it. But I'm reading this Wolverine comic from like 1985. It's like his first like appearances or whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm really liking that. I'll get into that on my weekly watch list. But yeah, I've been trying to like read more like recent comics. So, and I've been saying like, oh, I'll keep an eye out for that, but I've keep it a buck. I've not kept an eye out for a single new comic that I've talked about. And I've talked about like Oh, I think the biggest thing is probably the Ultimate Spider-Man comic that's coming out in like a couple weeks. I think that's I've been keeping an eye on that the most because I'm really trying to see what that is hitting for, you know. But where was I? Oh, I was on the mutants. Is there any more mutant news? Um, yeah, Brotherhood of Mutants film potentially. There's been all right. Let me talk about because the Marvel news. There's some rumors for some new stuff, some new stuff. Um, Honestly, this way of doing the news is definitely not ideal. I was gonna say I like it more, but it's just not structured at all. And there's I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm getting whelmed. Um, yeah, there's some Marvel news. All right, so I guess I'll just hop into it. The first thing I see, a new Hulk film is. It says it's definitely in the works now, but we'll say a new Hulk film is rumored. I think this has been rumored for a minute since they got the rights back from Universal. And let me just talk about the Hulk real quick in the MCU. He's been freaking terrible, brother. The Avengers 1 was a great like base line for it because I feel like we got a nice peek into and a lot of the Hulk movies, except like the Ang Lee's Hulk with like when it's like with those dogs, like Hulk dogs or whatever, and absorbing man is that him? I don't know. Um, they don't touch on like Bruce's like early trauma at all, like his abusive father and like just the I guess they kind of do, but just like Bruce is a very even before he was the Hulk, he's like a very angry man. Um, and I guess I'm kind of speaking with a lot of authority on the Hulk right now. Like I just know everything. I don't, but like just glimpses I've seen like over the years of like the comics and Mortal Hulk really touches on this a lot too. I didn't finish that, but I was in a good way into it, but it just he just has a messed up life and the movies just have not been able to touch on that really at all, and most of his development is literally off screen with Smart Hulk, and you just skip so much like just with so much that they just glossed over, and Hulk just really needs to get back to I would say basics, kind of like literally back to basics. Like they just kind of need to start over with the Hulk, and you can't really do that though. It's like you just went so far. Like how do you do that? You went so like without a universe reset, which I think like, dude, the MCU needs that desperately. To be honest, like after this Secret Wars and shit, like we just need either a break, bro, or we just need a just like I don't like a reset. Like I just said, like we need a new slate to really explore some of these stories, especially like now you got like all your Marvel characters pretty much back with like Fox and everything. And they're still missing Spider-Man, but you can there's ways to keep him in the verse and whatnot, cutting deals and with Sony and stuff, but just man. But anyways, um there's just rumors for a World War Hulk film. I don't know if it's necessarily World War Hulk, but oh, you freaking got Scar now, his Hulk son in the mix. Like, bro, we're just like skipped like just so much. Just I don't. It's just I'm just like really like I'm just trying to picture where they even take a Hulk movie from here. It's just so far gone, and Hulk. I just feel like there could be some very, especially with Mark Ruffalo as well. It's like you get that like, and those. I'm just thinking about the Avengers scene where they're before before Hawkeye and them attack the helicarrier and like the team gets split up and whatnot. Um, and Coulson dies and everything is like when he's just talking about, oh yeah, I tried to end it all and put a bullet. You know that scene when we try to put a bullet in my mouth and the other guy spit it back out, and like you just see that's it's Mark Ruffalo just put on a great performance right there as Bruce Banner, and yeah, so a Hulk movie. I'm interested to see where they take it. Uh, There was so there's reportedly season 2 of Moon Knight is reportedly in the works. This is from My Cosmic Circus. Again, take all this with a big grain of salt. With this big grain of salt. I mean, Moon Knight season 2 has been up in the air for since I think the first season came out. I think it was all like kind of reception thing, what people were feeling. I'm not sure how good it did, like ratings and views wise. Um, so yeah, I don't know about that, but I don't know. With Moon Knight season 1 was very disappointing. Um, I think it started that first episode. Oh my gosh, you probably hear me say this a million times because I really love the first episode of Moon Knight. It just has everything like you're looking for in a Moon Knight series like that. Just like, why is this really real? Is this like, does this man have superpowers or not? Like, what's going on? Like, this man has like who? Why is he strapping himself to his bed? Like, it just has like that. What am I trying to say? Not mysticism. Just you just don't know what's real, and that's like what that's when Moon Knight comics work the best in my opinion. Um, and you're really at mercy to Mark's mind, and this it's that first episode's great, and then it kind of just reveals too much too quickly, and then the action scenes aren't that great, which is a big like point of Moon Knight. He really has great action in his comics, and they kind of just like gloss over all of it, and the shit we see is like kind of lackluster. But even with all that, and then also like his Jewish representation is not there either. Like it's like super surface level. And in reality, when it plays like a really big part in his multiple personality disorder, uh like I think a family friend, not even I think a family friend when he was like when he was younger, got super close with his family and whatnot, and secretly he was like this um Nazi like person, and he was like killing Jewish people like in their community like secretly, and Mark found out about this, and like it really fucked up with his mind, and I'm pretty sure that's how Stephen Grant came to be as like an alter to like kind of like shield his mind from that. But his and then like his dad's a rabbi, I think, and that like just kind of goes against his whole basically Mark's whole nature of being a mercenary and killing people and stuff, and it plays a big part in who Moon Knight is, and the show also just kind of like glosses on that as well, over that as well. But at the same time, I don't know. I was it still made me super pumped when we got to see like Jake Lockley at the end of season 1. But basically what I'm saying is I saw that potential in that first episode, and I think they could still get it back to that more grounded and less like way like the God Council and whatnot. Like I mean that stuff is fine for Moon Knight, but I feel like that's in-game stuff. Like after you've played with the viewer's mind a bit, like, oh, is Khonshu real, or oh, is does Moon Knight really have powers, or is he just really just going around beating people up? And after you play with all that, I feel like, and then you lean into that like heavy sun god storylines and whatnot. So I feel like they can bring it back with season 2. And also, I really don't like. I really tried to like the Moon Knight show. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but with Mr. Knight's his like Stephen Grant persona, like I just didn't really fuck with that at all. Like Mr. Knight is this suave, and I was like, it's like an adaptation, and I really try to like get behind it. And I guess it did kind of grow on me by the end and stuff, and his what he brought to the table and whatnot. But I don't know, it just really just didn't ultimately work for me. Like Mr. Knight should just, I don't know, he should be a dog, brother, and he just was not a dog. So yeah, I honestly, the more I talk about it, the more I don't want to see it, but I'm open to it, I guess, because I feel like I said the potential was there with the first episode, and they just need whoever made that episode to work on the whole freaking series. To be honest, there is something else. Um, from My Cosmic Circus. Marvel Studios will adapt Devil's Reign story arc from the comics, where Kingpin, the new mayor of New York, outlaws heroes by declaring them vigilantes and uses an army of supervillains to rid the city of costume vigilantes. The upcoming projects reportedly part of the story include Echo, Daredevil, Born Again, and Spider-Man 4. I think there's been no. I think the Echo trailer like confirmed it that like the Kingpin's running for mayor, right? So I feel like, again, take all this with a grain of salt. Oh yeah, and also that Moon Knight stuff too. Um, but I feel like this holds a little bit of merit in what the Kingpin's doing. I don't know if he's like that's his plan to outlaw heroes, but again, if yeah, I'm not super familiar with the Devil's Reign story arc. I think that's fairly new, right? Because yeah, I was reading a Moon Knight comic. It was his recent run, and like there's an issue where like it said he went to jail and like he was back the next issue, but I was like, what the fuck? And so then like there's a Moon Knight Devil's Reign like spinoff comic or whatever, and yeah, there's a bunch of heroes in jail and whatnot, but Moon Knight specifically, his comic was his like portion of the story. He sent himself to jail on purpose because there was this like super villain. I wouldn't even say super villain. I don't even know who the hell he is. Marco the Man Mountain or some shit. That he was like has a daughter and he wanted the daughter to be like a villain, but the mom didn't want the daughter to be. But he's like, oh, when I get out, I'm come and hurt you and take my daughter or whatever. And so Moon Knight sent himself to prison to beat the shit out of Man Mountain Marco or whatever, and scared him. Was like, you better not come out and be on some bullshit, or you gonna get the beats again. You gonna get the beats again. But yeah. So it would be super cool if Moon Knight was fucking part of this street level shit. But they don't know what they're doing, so that sucks. But yeah, I just want to see Daredevil in action, man. Daredevil, like that Netflix series is so fire. Well, season 3 specifically, that's probably one of my favorite seasons of a superhero show in general. I guess a Scarlet Witch film is reportedly in development at Marvel Studios. Again, from My Cosmic Circus. The film will tie together a storyline that started in WandaVision. I think it's been rumored for a while that Wanda was coming back in some type of way. I mean, there was the show Vision Quest. I don't know if she was gonna be in that. Most likely. I guess so. We're kind of just how long have we been going? Because we got to get to our anticipated one. Only 33 minutes. We're still on the Marvel shit. Jesus. I guess that's honestly the bulk of it, to be honest. But reportedly, this is from My Cosmic Circus as well. Marvel Studios reportedly developing a sequel to Eternals, and the studio is reportedly also working on Black Panther 3 and Doctor Strange 3. The Eternals, I mean, none of this, if this is true, none of this is really surprising. I mean, Doctor Strange 2 ended on a pretty big cliffhanger with Clea and him having like the third eye or whatever, which they'll probably just gloss over. Doctor Strange 3, yeah, I mean, I'm on board with it. Benedict Cumberbatch, I like him as Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2 is fine. Like the Sam Raimi bits was like the highlights, obviously. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, Clea's Dormammu's daughter, right? So we saw a bit of Dormammu, and I think I talked about this, how I wanted to introduce the flaming head form. But yeah, we saw Dormammu in Doctor Strange 1, so yeah, I mean, it only makes sense that they, follow up on that one, not. So that's not really surprising if that's a thing. And then Black Panther 3, I feel like that's a little bit more like interesting development wise, because obviously you have Shuri, but then you also have like T'Challa's son being introduced. So it's like which way are they taking this? Are we gonna get like a time skip to T'Challa's son? Are we gonna get more Shuri? Which I mean, I don't really mind her as Black Panther. I feel like this stuff she should have. I saw on Twitter someone said that she should have got her get back on Namor for killing her mom, and I definitely agree with that. Fuck all that piece shit. Knock off Namor. But I really liked how she had her little ancestral moment, and it was Killmonger who came to her, because she was like feeling, vengeance and anger and whatnot. I feel like that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, but who would be the Black Panther? I would honestly like not mind seeing it like a team effort thing, like you bringing M'Baku on it. That's what I thought they were gonna do. Like M'Baku would be like the main guy on the field in the suit, and like Shuri would still be, like the tech person, but like they would both be Black Panther type shit. But because I don't know, Shuri just never got that combat like highlight. She just never before Black Panther 2 didn't she wasn't really. I guess she like had those tech like gauntlets, but I feel like she was more techie behind the scenes type of deal. So I feel like the Black Panther mantle could have been, a team effort between multiple people, like even Okoye's character. Uh um yeah, yeah, whatever. And then Eternals. I think it was up in the air if this was gonna get a sequel. I mean, I didn't really mind Eternals to be honest. I like it so much because it feels like so different. Not even feels, but it looks different from like standard Marvel movies. I don't know. Marvel movies just have a look to them, and Eternals just kind of has its own look, which I really liked a lot. I mean, like say what you will about the movie, I really like the scale in that movie though. When the Celestials pop up, they need to bring that to Galactus immediately. If I'm not feeling like Galactus can fucking blow away the Earth in one huff, then we're doing something wrong. Just like the way like the Celestials would like enter the atmosphere and clear all the clouds, and it was just like this grand scale thing, and just the perspective and everything on that, I really like that. But yeah, these three projects in the works, cool. I'm open to it. I don't dislike it. Um, I guess Deadpool 3 will pave the way. This is from my Cosmic Circus. Deadpool 3 will pave the way for future mutants in the Central 616 MCU narrative. That's pretty cool. I mean that would make sense to be honest. When's Deadpool 3? I just want to reset, man. Just want to reset. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Ooh, this is what really piques my interest. So this is from my Cosmic Circus. Out of all the things I feel like out of all the things that I've said, this is what I want to be true the most. So Marvel Studios is reportedly developing a Midnight Suns arc across several projects. Lilith or Mephisto are being considered the big bad of this arc, with Wong serving as one of the leaders of the team, alongside Mahershala Ali's Blade. Hold on. I saw there's more members. And that makes. Am I tweaking? 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 I swear there was more like members mentioned, possible members mentioned. But I saw like Moon Knight, I think. Fudge, I swear I seen more members mentioned than that. I don't know, brother. But yeah, yeah, so if we get like a Midnight Suns team, so I guess like that's basically I'm not super familiar with them, but they're basically like the Supernatural Avengers team. They mentioned Lilith. I'm playing Midnight Suns the game right now. It's like a turn-based game, not for everybody, but I like it's pretty. It's some chill vibes to cut on and just vibe out to. But Lilith, she's not in the game. I don't know. She's just, this old demon. I would much rather be Mephisto. I feel like it's a lot more interesting. I mean, I don't know a bunch about Mephisto either. Honestly, it's really, I guess it's two interchangeable demons to keep it a buck with you. But I don't know, Mephisto. I've seen him a couple more times. I guess that's why I'm saying I like Mephisto more. I was reading this storyline where like Khonshu was taking over the Earth or whatever. with him stealing everyone's powers to stop like Mephisto from coming in. There was like this part where it's like multiple versions of Mephisto's coming in. I don't know. He's cool, I guess. But whatever they're doing with Blade, they need to get a move on because oh my gosh, like can't come on, brother. I got some Blade news that's coming. That's pretty disappointing about the Blade game. But yeah, so yeah, Midnight Suns. Let's get the ball rolling on that and stop dragging our feet. I think there's a couple more. Oh, here it is. Rumor: WandaVision alongside Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night will start. Moon Knight rumor. Fuck. WandaVision alongside the show Moon Knight and the special presentation Werewolf by Night were the start of the Midnight Suns arc in the MCU. This arc is to unite the heroes of the supernatural against a threat to humanity. Lilith. That's twang me. Lilith or Mephisto have been considered to be the big bad of this arc. Okay, yeah. That's a little bit I've seen. So that's like Cosmic Circus as well. Yeah. So I guess we might be already in the Midnight Suns development. So that could be cool. So Kamala Khan. There's been really a heavy rumor of the Young Avengers. I mean, I guess we seen it in the Marvel's post-credit scene being built. I'm really not fucking with the Young Avengers at all. Like, come on, brother. We don't need this. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Apparently Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter, America Chavez, Billy Maximoff, and Tommy Maximoff are expected to be part of the Young Avengers lineup. Possible members include Theodore Altman, Axel Heimdallson, Riri Williams, Eli Bradley, and Scar. I'm really not honestly the only character like I remotely care about on this list is Eli Bradley, which is Patriot. But I really liked his like little. He didn't get a bunch of screen time in the Falcon Winter Soldier, but I really liked his like with Isaiah Bradley. They're just dynamic with each other, and like I like their performances. And then Kamala Khan. I mean, I always said she was cool. And then I guess Scar. I'm interested to see like what they do with Hulk's son Scar. But yeah, I don't want to see Young Avengers at all. I don't know. It's just not really that compelling to me to keep it a stack with you. But anything could be good, so, what if? I think that's pretty much. We got some is that all the Marvel stuff that I collected? Is that all the Marvel stuff? Oh, yeah, the Ironheart series will reportedly get extended reshoots in 2024, and it's not releasing until 2025. And I guess this has been done filming for a while now, for at least like a year plus. So, I think I said it before. I think they're trying to connect this more with Iron Wars, the one with War Machine, and I guess Tony's like technology got out into the world. Like Iron Man 2, I think was like people were trying to copy him, but they were unsuccessful. But now that I guess they got their stuff together, and now his tech is out. I want to see more of Iron Man's Rogues Gallery though. Like Crimson. The fucking villain they had for Ironheart was the Hood, which I think when the announcement came out who the villain was, people are like they haven't even interacted at all in the comics, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it's just like such a disconnected villain. Like why not introduce? And maybe we'll see them in Iron Wars and whatnot, but not. But what about Iron Man's actual Rogues Gallery, like Crimson Dynamo and shit like that. What is the other guy? There is another guy. Crimson Dynamo is probably the only Iron Man film. I mean, there's Mandarin, and they haven't really fucking connected those two at all. I think yeah. So I think that might be the Marvel's news. I think not even I think. Actually, I'll talk about What If later. Oh wait, there's this. What is this Fantastic Four news? Max Shackman's Fantastic Four has been described as a cosmic adventure with multiversal implications, and this is from the Cosmic Circus. Um, I guess. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna say it. Can we get a reset? Get away from this multiversal stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's been a plague. It's been a plague, bro. Can we just get to like regular fucking espionage? Back to the basic stories. Um, Not as the espionage, but I don't know. I feel like we just been stuck in this. I feel like the stuff with the multiversal, it's always grandiose. Like there's no small scale multiversal stuff. And I guess that you can't even do that with that concept. But I don't know. It's just so. I feel like the first Spider Verse movie is a good example of multiversal stuff, but it's smaller scale. You know, like they're still dealing with the street level villains in you still got the Kingpin and like the villains he employs, like the Scorpion and like Tombstone and stuff. Like you're still dealing with grounded villains, and then like besides them, like how they got to the universe, I feel like, and I guess the overall trying to get them back to the universe with a particle collider and the fucking they're glitching out and shit. I guess that's grandiose as well, but I feel like it's still a fairly grounded story. I don't know. At least Marvel, it's just like big scale, and like I feel like that's everything with the multiverse. It's oh my god, the fucking fabric of time is ripping the hole. There's a hole in the goddamn universe. There's a hole in the goddamn multiverse. Oh my god, like you know, I wasn't actually like spiraling right there, but it's so big, you know. Pause. Um, it's just it's a lot. I just want these, and then hold on. Let me look at the Marvel projects because maybe I feel like this might be a nothing complaint. MCU, I guess release order. I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm just trying to see what are the recent like stuff. Um, 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 this only goes up to Thor: Love and Thunder. Okay, release order might have been. Let's get just say recent Marvel projects. Okay, so yeah, so hold on. Can I just get like a movie list and a show list real quick? Like Jesus, like why are we making it? Okay, yeah. So what movie side of things? You have Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, big. Hold on, yeah, like for I guess incursions and multiverse, yeah, and then Thor: Love and Thunder. That's not multiversal stuff. Wakanda's not multiversal stuff. I mean, I guess there's a mix, and then you have Quantum Mania, Guardians, which is pretty self-contained. Not really giant stakes things, and then the Marvels. And the shorter side of things, what you have like Loki and like No Way Home and shit. Like not show, No Way Home's not show, but multiversal. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was just yapping. But I feel like there's a point there somewhere. But I just don't want to think about it anymore, to be honest. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, I think that's all the Marvel stuff. There's like some DC. I kind of just want to get in the most anticipated stuff, but let's clean up this news. Um, I'll talk about Rebel. I'll talk about Rebel Moon when I get to my weekly watch list. I get the biggest thing. To me, I guess Mads Mikkelsen is reportedly in talks to join the MCU in an unknown role. This is from Daniel Richmond. So he played Calicius in Doctor Strange 1, but he got turned into like a mindless monster guy at the end of the movie. So he's cooked. But when I seen him, I was like instantly Doctor Doom, Doctor Doom, Doctor Doom. Mads Nicholson playing Doctor Doom would be so fucking fire. Whenever I think of Mads Nicholson, I always think of this one John Wick movie he was in. John Wick-esque. It's called Black Kaiser. It's like a super stylized world. I'm trying to remember it. It was like colorful characters and shit, and like assassin characters and whatnot, like John Wick, and it was pretty good. But I just feel like he just has a like a sinister ass vibe, bro. That he would fucking kill it as Doctor Doom. But Doctor Doom is Romanian, and I've seen this criticism. Get a Romanian actor to play Doctor Doom. 'Cause that's a pretty big like point of his character. So I mean, me personally, hey, I mean, I get it for sure, but maybe because I'm not that race, so um, it doesn't affect me as much, which I feel like is the wrong sentiment. Because I feel like, yeah, it should be represented if the character is that. But I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't be fussed if it's fucking a non-Romanian actor, but I definitely get wanting that 100%. And hey, I guess if it was like a black actor or a black character with African roots, I guess that's like black. Is that the same? Black Panther like being fucking a different race? I'm not sure. But I feel like it is. So maybe it should be a Romanian actor. I don't know any Romanian actors. I just looked it up. Maybe I do and just didn't realize they were Romanian. I don't know. There's probably a good sinister Romanian actor somewhere. But hey, fuck it. If Matt Nicholson is Doc Doom, that would be fucking fire. There's like a Ryan Gosling rumor. He's being eyed for something. Ryan Gosling, he's cool. So whatever he's being eyed for, that would be pretty solid. There's some DC stuff. Let's get to it. James Gunn reveals the VFX team from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be working on Superman Legacy. VFX, what do they like? That's like just strictly like green screen stuff, right? Like CGI and stuff. Let's see. Visual effects. Visual effects sometimes abbreviated as VFF. VFX is processed by the process. Fuck me. Where's it at? I lost it. Okay, so it's just a term to use to describe imagery created, manipulated, or enhanced for any film or other moving media that doesn't take place during live action shooting. VFX often involves the integration between actual footage and this manipulated imagery to create realistic looking environments for the context. I wanted to go over that definition because I think VFX and special effects, I think I get them like mixed up, so I wanted to get like a concrete definition on that. Why was I talking about James Gunn, Superman Legacy, Guardians 3. I feel like the VFX in Guardians 3 was fucking great for the most part. Like I really like that when they were on that little eye surface planet and they were on the outside and whatnot. That looks super great, and I really love the colors that they use for that and like the vibrant suits and shit. So I'm really on board. I'm so fucking excited for Superman Legacy, bro. Like you don't even know. I feel like that's gonna be a fucking banger. So I also, because James Gunn is pretty active on Threads, and so there's this person asked, he was like, is there any truth to the rumors that Tom King is working with you on developing the Supergirl film? And if so, are there any other of his acclaimed books runs you consider collaborating with him to bring to the DCU? And James Gunn said Tom is an integral part of the DCU, not just with Woman of Tomorrow. He's one of the first people showed the Superman script, asking for notes. He's included in various ways in numerous other projects, including Woman of Tomorrow. Tomorrow. And yes, as in if there's any other stories he's gonna bring to DCU. And then I guess someone was like, this is the first time. And Tom King, he's a comic book writer, and he wrote Woman of Tomorrow, which is a really good Supergirl run, space adventure. I gotta finish that actually. But so he wrote that, and it's just good to see that it's a heavy collaboration with comic book writers and whatnot. One thing I've always liked what James Gunn is doing is like really highlighting different comic book writers, and Marvel, I think, works with comic book writers too on the MCU, but it's just a lot less highlighted. But is there any more DC news? Oh yeah, uh, Jason Momoa. So the Aquaman 2 came out. I haven't seen it. I was gonna watch it. It came out the same like day as Rebel Moon, and I was gonna watch. I watched like a little bit of Rebel Moon. I'll get into that. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. And I don't want to go see Aquaman. I don't want to subject myself to fucking two bad to maybe mid things. So instead of seeing Aquaman 2, I just went to go see the Iron Claw with Zac Efron. And that was infinite better. Oh my god, infinitely better choice. Jesus. And that was gonna be the topic of last week's episode, but then I got super sick. Like after I seen Iron Claw, and I got home and I was about to work on my show notes for the next day. I just got like, it just hit me like a truck, bro, and I just felt like death. So I literally was in bed for like those two days after that. But go see Iron Claw if you haven't seen it. I'll be talking about that a little bit later in the weekly watch list. But any more DC news? Oh yeah, there's some DC rumors. So Daniel Richmond, he reported that these were gonna be the featured villains in the Batman 2. Hush, Clayface, Professor Pig, and Scarecrow. And then also he reported that a couple, not just him either, a couple other outlets reportedly said that Dick Grayson, aka Robin, will be in the Batman 2. And then James Gunn came out and said that was a bunch of baloney. And so people are like speculating for like at least a day or two about this and like going over this news and really excited for it, and I was as well. But I mean, obviously James Gunn said it's untrue, but hey, I'm pretty sure he's been. I'm not even gonna consider this lying. I mean it is, but it's like, he's not just gonna be, oh yeah, that's true, like, or he's gonna. They're basically, stuff has been said like, oh, is this true in the past, and he said no, and it ended up being true. Which is fine. I mean, it's like if the shit's not officially out yet, you don't, you just gotta misdirect rumors or whatever. But so this could still be a thing, and because Dick Grayson, Robin was, I think Matt Reeves said if there's like a story for it, they were gonna do Robin, and I really want to see that in the Batman universe and what that looks like, and if I feel like that is the type of universe like to touch on like the child soldier element and whatnot, and how like low key fucked up that is. If it doesn't introduce play with that, which it would be fine, but Hush being a villain. So Hush, so I mean, I like Hush for the most part. I don't know a whole lot about him. He was pretty fucking lackluster in the Arkham games. It started off with something like a cool tease, and then it just kind of was whatever by the end of it. But he's like basically one of Bruce's childhood friends, and in the comics you just know who it is from a mile away. Like, oh my god, who's this new character that knows all about Batman? I don't know. Is it his new fucking childhood friend that just got introduced out of nowhere? So you kind of know who he is. And then also I was reading like some Twitter shit, and I guess like that storyline kind of for Batman, it kind of undoes a lot of what, like, literally in the arc right before that kind of undoes a lot of that. And so like a lot of people don't like it for that reason. But the concept of Hush, I think, is good. Like, there's like this animated movie with Hush, and it ended up being the Riddler, which was, to me was a cool twist. Because I think not Thomas, but Elliot, whatever the guy's name is in it. So it's like a cool misdirect. But I feel like if going in, like the concept in general, someone's from Bruce's past, and he knows he's Batman or whatever, and he's like obsessed with Bruce, and it's a good counterpoint to how the Riddler was obsessed with Batman. And then if you do Hush this for the next villain, he's obsessed with Bruce, and you kind of like get those developments of each parts of the alters of Bruce Wayne. The Riddler really helped. I literally watched the Batman like last night. The Riddler really helps Batman develop like, oh, you can't just be vengeance. You got to be like something more. You got to be hope or whatever. And then I feel like Hush could be like that same way with further Bruce side, like how Bruce's um persona is very underdeveloped in the Batman so far, and so you could that could build like the is acolyte the right word? Just the elite Bruce that is that he uses ouch to his gain and whatnot. Fuck, I just banged the fuck out of my knee. God damn. That hurt a lot. Um but yeah, I feel like the concept overall of Hush is interesting. And then, Clayface, are they gonna go if I guess this got debunked, but I think maybe there's some I don't know why I just lit a lighter. I feel like there's some truth to these maybe. But Clayface, are they gonna go like the more actor route? Not necessarily actor, but big monster, or is he gonna just be able to like have a malleable face where he could change up a little bit, or is he gonna be this clay monster, or and then Professor Pig is like this murderer? I don't know exactly what his deal is. Like he was in Arkham Knight. I really liked his little side quest. He like has a bunch of murders and like mutilated bodies around the city of Gotham, and you got to check them out, investigate them. It eventually leads to Professor Pig. All the boss battles were lackluster, but just in general, that little quest line was pretty fun. And then Scarecrow, there's a rumor like Matt Reeves series, like how they're doing with the Penguin with Scarecrow. So is that could maybe play a part, or is that it's like a before thing, after thing? But yeah, I mean, all these villains are super solid. And I feel like would lend itself to the Batman universe. Man, bro, I just want to see some more stuff in that universe so bad, bro. It's just so good. I love the Batman so much. More DC news, but yeah. So apparently, like all that was debunked. Oh, so you know, maybe we won't even be getting out of that. Is there more DC news? Oh yeah, I think it said Lobo or Jason Momoa was teasing Lobo super heavy in an interview. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, honestly, on the DC shit. And then Warner Bros. So this week on fucking giant companies merging, Warner Bros. Could be merging with Paramount. And if they do merge, they could be getting Warner Bros. Could be getting the film and TV rights to Dora, G.I. Joe, TMNT, Star Trek. It just like mashed that whole fucking shit together. Star Trek, Terminator, Paw Patrol, SpongeBob, Yellowstone, Transformers, The Godfather, Mission Impossible, Paranormal Activity, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh shit, are these Nickelodeon and I don't know, Nickelodeon in I was gonna say Star Wars, Cartoon Network? That would be fucking a crazy merge. Because Warner Bros. What owns Cartoon Network, right? Correct. I don't know. But yeah, because I think because before I got sick, I said like I think Warner Bros. Was filing for bankruptcy, and then this came out like literally a couple days after I talked about that. So that was like, you know, most likely has something to do with that. Wait, if they're fucking filing for bankruptcy, they're trying to merge with Paramount. Are they buying Paramount? Honestly, I don't even know. I didn't read no articles this week. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This was just coming off all rumors and vibes, man. All rumors and vibes. There's this trailer for the trailer for this movie with Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien. It's called Love Lies Bleeding, and it's just like, whoa, Kristen Stewart's in this fucked up family. It's A24 production. I'm just always fucking send myself A24 shit. But anyways, fuck, scratched the heck out of myself. I'm really banging myself up this up. Yeah, it's just she's like in this fucked up family, and they like kind of run the town a little bit, from what I was gathering from the trailer. And she just kind of like goes against that grain and doesn't really want to be a part of it. It's like, I'm gonna take you down. Like her dad like rides it all, and it's like, I don't know. It just seems like a movie with good performances and interesting story. So keep out. I'm gonna keep eye out for that. There's some gaming news. I kind of just want to say fuck it, just get into our most anticipated stuff. Um, let me see the gaming news. Let me see. Um, oh, this Blade news. This pissed me off. Arcane Studios' Blade game is reportedly eyeing at a 2027 release date. That is crazy, brother. How are you gonna? It's about to be 2024, but wait, that's still 3 years. Jesus Christ! It's literally the end of 2023, and you release. So this game, what got announced probably during the Game Awards, so maybe a month ago at most. And then, like, why do they announce games? So even the Wolverine game, I didn't even really talk about that. We'll get into that. Um, Even the Wolverine game was fucking announced 2 years ago, and that shit's still not coming out to like 2026 or some shit, 2025. And it's like, oh my goodness, like what? It's an investor. I know it's an investor thing, but it's just like, bro, you do not need to tease something this far away. Like, you really did not. Like, they just really cobbled together whatever the fuck that trailer was, and just was like, yeah, brother, this is like, if you're gonna release a game, bro, it gotta come out like in a year, bro. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Um, there's a new Star Wars game. Some more information came out. This is from like a showcase from Kotaku. It's a gaming journalism website or some shit, but I guess they got shown an exclusive look. Let me skip to this article real quick. Yeah, but I guess some key things were shown, and it sounds pretty interesting. So new Star Wars Outlaws preview from Kotaku. This is the shit that's some bullet points. This Okami Twitter account listed, but it's set between Empire Strikes Back and the Return of Jedi. Cool, I guess. Don't really care. Seamlessly go from foot to your speeder to your ship and easily jump between planets. Fucking fire. Jabba the Hutt is a quest giver confirmed. Three core gameplay experiences: dense cities bustling with activity, vast stunning open environments, and exploring space on K's ship, the Trailblazer. Enter your ship and fly to space with no loading. Features both original areas and famous Star Wars locations like Tatooine, Ivanka, and Kimiji. I don't know those last two. Going off the beaten path will reward you. Faction system be your quest with various syndicates to increase your reputation with them. This affects the jobs they offer and their impact on the story. Combat seems to be inspired by the Division. Kay doesn't have Jedi powers, so has to rely on her friends, a cute alien companion named Nyx, and a commando droid called ND5. Kay is a scoundrel who has no problem stealing, interacting with underworld criminals, or conning people. Story premise: Kay is attempting one of the biggest heists ever in the galaxy. Yeah, I mean, shit. That honestly, what honestly piqued, I mean, my interest the most out of that was seamlessly go on foot from your speeder to your ship and easily jump between planets. I'm very interested to see how that plays out. And then also the combat, inspired by the Division. Brother, whoa, that honestly just really made me want to download that game right now. It's like a looter shooter. It's super. It's not the greatest game ever, but I like the world of Division. Like the concept. It's like this open world, like online player. You could go at it alone, but I really like the weapons and the dark zone. Yeah, damn, I forgot all about that and everything. But yeah, it's like this third person over the shoulder kind of shooter gameplay, and I honestly I like the gameplay loop of it, to be honest. It's just you really need to have some friends to play that, and none of my friends are really into it a whole lot. So, yeah, but I really like the Division, to be honest. So with that type of combat and stuff, and then set in the Star Wars world, I am on board, brother. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. So there was I was talking about how there was a big Insomniac leaks. What was my point there? I had a very good. There was a point there. I fudge. What was that point? I don't know. Oh, they released a statement. Um, I didn't really want to talk about the leaks a whole lot, but they did release an official statement. But basically, they were saying, it's a legal attack. It's not just leaks. This is a hack. But they were saying they're continuing working on Wolverine, and it's not going to slow their roll. And a lot of people were, because a lot of stuff with Wolverine got released, and it could potentially either delay the game. I didn't think they were going to cancel it, but it could have potentially really delayed the game even further out than it was already intended to be. And but they basically said, "Hey, we're like Wolverine, buddy. It takes a lot to knock us down." And they're just going full steam ahead with their original release date planned. So that's pretty good. I'm glad that they but again, this is just a statement. Like, I don't know how affected some of the people were with the information getting out. So I'm glad that they just seem to be in high spirits over there for the most parts and continue working on it. Yeah, I don't really want to get into leaks and whatnot. There was some other gaming news, some CAD news. Oh yeah. There might be a freaking Black Ops 2 remake in the work, brother. I don't know for sure on that, but for sure, Call of Duty 2025 will reportedly be a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. I think Black Ops 2 is one of my favorite COD campaigns. It's probably definitely one I played the most. I think that was like the first campaign too. It's like there was branching storylines in it as well. I remember how you could like have Woods and Mason like stay alive and shit, and like there was a sniper mission where you have to you're either Mason or Woods, and you have to snipe one of them. And like in the sniping mission, you can like it's shoot him in the head, but if you shoot him in like the leg or some shit, he survives. And it's like little shit like that, and like one of your in the because it's two narratives. It's you're playing as Mason, like the original guy from Black Ops 1, him in the past, and then like you're playing his son in the future. And I know like they're doing the future storyline with one of your teammates. Like there's this one mission where you can like you're driving like through this like you can either like drive through the fire or like go around it, and if you drive through it, like burns like part of your teammate's face and whatnot. And there's like just little stuff like that, and like that campaign's really fun. Besides like the branching storylines, it's really good set pieces. I remember that one mission, one of the first missions actually, when you're like flying the helicopter and you're destroying shit and trying to look for Woods and whatnot. And you're on that rescue mission with Woods. I'm just like fucking retelling all of Black Ops 2, but yeah, bro, that campaign's so fire. But the new COD, I guess, is reportedly a direct sequel. I'm so mad. My friends Loki duped me into buying Modern Warfare 2, bro. They're like, because I didn't. Or wait, Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, is that the? Yeah. Modern Warfare 3. I think. Fuck. What is? Well, I gotta turn my PlayStation on real quick. Where's my controller? I don't feel like doing that, but they do me into buying the new COD because I missed the last one. I don't know, I just wasn't tapped in. They're like, bro, you gonna hop on the new COD this year? And I'm like, yeah, bro, let's hop. It's like I'll hop on with y'all if y'all gonna hop on. Like we could run some Warzone, whatever. But I bought it and they did not buy that shit. So I bought that shit like at $70 and I barely play it and I'm pissed. But if this was a direct and the campaign is shit, so it's like not even that going for it. And I'm a COD campaign guy if you couldn't tell from my ranting and raving about Black Ops 2. So I mean I was off the COD wagon, but if there's actually a decent campaign, and I mean it says a direct sequel, but what does that necessarily mean? Like you could just We seen what that campaign looks like, a lackluster COD campaign looks like, and we that wasn't the usually COD campaigns, bro, are pretty solid, but I feel like ever since Black Ops 3 didn't have one, it's kind of just been low key hit or miss. I could be just talking out my ass, but I feel like the COD first Modern Warfare campaign, like the new reboot, was pretty decent, and then I think the second one was I didn't finish it. I was stuck on this mission, but um I don't know what I was saying. And so it's set in 2030, mix of new maps from new maps and remastered BO2 maps. That's cool. Round based zombie maps. Classic pick 10 system. Create a class returns. A lot of people have been wanting that. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest, but if I'm just looking for the campaign to come back, and it says round based zombies, so maybe we'll get like a new zombie storyline. I was not super invested, but like I didn't do the Easter eggs, but I like watched um YouTube videos on them for the zombies and stuff, and with the chronicles and everything. So that's interesting. We went straight to the gaming, but there's this Mutant Mayhem fucking news. Shredder will be 100 times scarier than Superfly in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem sequel. Reveals director. I'm just so excited to see Shredder in that art style. Mutant Mayhem's art style is just Mutant Mayhem's art style is just so fucking fire, bro. Like, I just want to see. I want to see like Shredder. I want to see him fuck up those kids, man. Beat those little niggas ass. Um, yeah, that was wild. But that's pretty much all the news. Damn, that was a lot of news, brother. Let's not let that build up again. You hear? Yeah, we're going for an hour. So yeah, let's just get into our. I'm gonna get into the most anticipated like games and movies. After let me just talk about like my favorite 2023 movies, I guess, and then games, and then we'll get through it. So yeah, we'll recap. All right, this is probably I don't have every so next year I want to make a more conscious effort to list down what I watched in of 2024, because I watched not everything I watched in 2023 was in like dropped in 2023, but I want to make a more effort of like in playing and writing down what I'm watching and playing. But yeah, let's see. I don't know really how I'm gonna do this. Want to do this, but some of the top movies. Some of my favorites just right off the bat are Godzilla minus one, The Iron Claw, Spider-Verse, Guardians 3. Let's see. What else did I watch? I watched more. I watched more. Bro, what came out this year? I said Guardians 3. John Wick Chapter 4. That was a banger. That was a banger. Blue Beetle was pretty good. Blue Beetle was nice. Let's see. Dungeons and Dragons. That was actually a really surprising one, to be honest. I really like the comedy in that. Let's see. I want to check out Bo's Afraid, though. The Bottoms was pretty good. Or Bottoms. Oh, Mutant Mayhem. That was great. Oh, and I also checked out Merry Little Batman. That would be in my weekly watch list, but that was pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. That was Mutant Mayhem. Let's see. Yeah, there's other stuff. Well, let's out of that stuff that I would have to say my favorite. This definitely could just be recency bias, but Renfield was pretty good too. It's either honestly minus one. Can I just confidently say that though? Because like Spider-Verse was a fucking banger. It's always me. Mutant Mayhem I think was like a really big surprise. Like I didn't think I was gonna like it as much. I knew I was definitely gonna enjoy it, especially with the art style and just like the whole just direction of the film, like hearing like from Pryor and whatnot from Seth Rogen and stuff. Um, that was like a really I was gonna say is that probably I don't know if I saw that or Spider Verse more. Probably Spider Verse. Probably like by one watch though. Um, so I'm just like looking more at these movies. Yeah. See, this is like where I want to like make a more of a conscious effort to, because I'm just scrolling through a bunch of shit that um I didn't see. And there's also probably a bunch of stuff in here that I am blanking on and doesn't have on this list, or I have to. There's like 18,000 movies on this, so. Uh, oh, did the menu come out this? Why is Spider-Man Lotus on here? Did the menu come out this year? Because I really like that one as well. Let me see. I feel like that came out this year. Oh, 2022. Nope. All right. I was wrong about that. Let me see. Yeah, so honestly, oh, and Oppenheimer. I didn't even say that. I don't know why. Why didn't I say Oppie? Oppie? Opie? 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 Oh, I seen Barbie. Oh, Leave the World Behind. I like that one. A lot of people didn't fuck with that. Let's see. Oh, Hunger Games. That was decent. But it's not a top contender. It's not a top contender. Let's see. Yeah, I would say my top contenders though. I definitely need to watch more movies. And we're gonna get to it. I definitely need to play more games, but games is way more like expensive, and it's like I don't want to fucking waste $70 on. And I need to play more indie games, so I won't run into this problem. Like everything's $70. A good indie game, I would definitely be willing 30, 40, 50 ball at most, maybe. But this is like with games, it's like fucking $70 on a game that I'm gonna fucking drop. I don't know. I really got it's gotta be for yeah. But it's probably recency bias. But the Iron Claw and with Zac Efron, that's so fire. That's such a harrowing movie, bro. I really wish I wasn't sick last week, so I could have like talked about it at length. But yeah. So, but honestly, fuck, I want to give it to Godzilla -1, but it really probably is recency bias calling, and I only seen it once. I didn't get a chance to see it again. But the Iron Claw, bro, just the Zac Efron's performance in that, brother. Yeah, fuck. I'm trying to not to fall in the trap of just like going on a rant about the Iron Claw. I just really liked it a lot. um, I don't know, man. Like, part of me just wants to give it to -1. I really just had a great time with -1, but Spider-Verse, those movies are literally just some of my favorite movies of all time. And then you have Guardians, and then you have fucking Mutant Mayhem. Jeez, I don't know what it is. What will it be? What will it be? I mean, honestly really doesn't matter which one I give it to. It's like it doesn't matter. But my favorite of the year. Fuck. Really going back. Let's make a quick bracket. Is Spider-Verse beating, or is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beating Spider-Verse? I just did not expect to like Ninja Turtles that much. Like honestly. Like I knew Spider-Verse was gonna be a banger, and it delivered. And then some, I feel like. Damn, I think it's Spider-Verse, bro. Like it's fuck, bro. I just really can't say like just confidently Spider-Verse over -1. I really liked -1. Like I feel like yeah, Spider-Verse is I feel like out of -1 or Spider-Verse. I feel like that's what it boils down to me. To me. For me. Um, there's other good movies, of course. Uh, I just want to bite my mic. I just got that urge. I don't know. Like, let's take like a. What is wrong with me? Where's it go? Where is it? Hold on. Oh, No Hard Feelings was pretty good. I like that with Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, I gotta see Asteroid City. I don't even know what that's about. Asteroid City. Asteroid City. Hey, Asteroid City. So what? Yeah, what is winning? Um, what is winning my movie of the year of the movies I've barely seen? Spider-Verse or Godzilla? Spider-Verse or Godzilla? Godzilla. Spider-Verse? Godzilla. -1. Fuck it. Give it to Rebel Moon. Child of Fire. So I'm playing. I want to say Spider-Verse, but I feel like this is so predictable of me. Yeah, like of course I just don't want to fall back on Spider-Verse. But it's a great movie, man. It's a great freaking movie. Spider-Man, why'd you create that guy? I didn't. He's talking crazy. I just love that line delivery. Fuck. And then the whole shit with Aaron Davis at the end. Oh, fuck, brother. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, it's Spider-Verse. It's Spider-Verse. I just started thinking about the ending. Not just whole sequence, bro. Yeah, it's Spider-Verse. It is Spider-Verse. It is Spider-Verse. I didn't. He's talking crazy. Yeah. It's Spider-Verse. Yeah, it's Spider-Verse. Damn. That was tough, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I'm like next year, bro, we're gonna have this structured, brother. We're gonna have like categories like damn best action movie, best comic book movie. Oh yeah, that's what we should do actually right now. What is the best comic book? Oh, it's Spider-Verse. That was quick. Yeah, what is the worst comic book movie of the year? Let's see. 2023 comic book movies. I think I know what it's gonna be. The Flash? I mean, I didn't really mind the Flash a whole. Didn't grind my gears as much as it's definitely garbage. Definitely got some stink on it, but what? So we have Ant-Man, The Flash, Aquaman, Shazam, Blue Beetle, The Marvels, Guardians, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Spider-Verse. So yeah, the best is definitely Spider-Verse. What's the second best though? Definitely, no. I was gonna say definitely Ninja Turtles, but yeah, for me Ninja Turtles. But and then Guardians 3 right after. So for me the best are Spider-Verse, Ninja Turtles, Guardians, and the worst is either Fire, Shazam. It's either I didn't see Aquaman. It's either Shazam or Quantumania. I think it's Shazam because at least Kane was menacing. But I really like the performances of the villains in Shazam. What, Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren? Is that her name? I'm not entirely familiar. I know Lucy Liu for sure. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's Quantumania. Because that movie's just so like boring or like just whatever. I feel like there's more. I was gonna say, I feel like the lows are lower in Quantumania than the lows are lower in Shazam, but the highs are lower in Quantumania. The highs are higher. Is that what I said? Right? Um, the worst, the worst. I think it's Quantumania is the worst comic book movie of the year. That or Shazam. I feel like they're low key interchangeable. Um, yeah, let's get into the games. Oh wait, that was I should go over TV shows, but yeah, next year I'm just gonna go keep uh, um a more of a list. So the games though for me, so we got Spider-Man 2. The shit I need to play way more games. So Spider-Man 2, probably the contenders for me are Spider-Man 2, Jedi Survivor. I really wanted to get into Dead Space. I couldn't. I mean, I didn't touch Phantom Liberty, but I feel like Cyberpunk needs to be up there. Just the updates and shit. Someone put it up there. Cyberpunk, um, God of War, Ragnarok. La, 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 la. Damn, I think that's low key. That's not all I played. So I mainly played like shit on my backlist though. Is Marvel Midnight Suns, does that come out this year? I feel like that's pretty solid. Yeah, I need to step my gaming up, brother. I need to step my gaming up and just play more different things. The finals, I checked that out. Oh, la. Seafood, no, that definitely wasn't this year. Right. Yep. So for gaming for me is probably gonna be between Spider-Man 2, Ragnarok, Jedi Survivor. Um I felt, you know what's crazy? I didn't even finish. I'm literally on the last mission of Survivor. Damn, I'm a fraud. I feel like most of those games are kind of rushed narratively. I feel like they kind of like literally Ragnarok. That needed to be a trilogy. I feel like the shit and it was just a little bit too rushed. Same with Spider Man. I feel like it didn't need another game, but it definitely needed to be way longer, in my opinion. And that's already a pretty long game. I don't know. Um, I'd probably give it to Spider Man though, just from like a pure experience though. Like I was completely captivated by that game's combat, atmosphere, just everything. To be honest, but I low key wanted to give it to Jedi Survivor though, because I literally love the customization. And I gotta go back and finish that. That needs some DLC. As I say, like I didn't finish it and didn't even complete the side missions and shit. Yeah, it's probably going to Spider Man to be honest. I mean, that wasn't my game of the year, so I guess that's really not surprising. I really want to check out Dead Space, but I'm gonna do that next year for Halloween or like in October. Yeah. As we play more games and shit next year, we'll get into that. But let's get into the most anticipated movies for next year. So my most anticipated movie for next year is probably, where are the movies? This isn't everything. But so we got Dune 2 dropping. We got Mickey 17. I'm with Robert Pattinson and Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho. Ho. Um. Oh. Oh shit. Steven Yeun's in this too. Oh yeah. Oh, so I don't even know what that's about, but the cast's really good. The director's really good. Mark Ruffalo too. God damn. Then we got Godzilla X Kong in April. Civil War. That's without by Alex Garland. Yeah. Furiosa, Mad Max, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Deadpool 3, Joker 2, Nosferatu with William Dafoe. I'm really um interested in that, and Maxine, which is like a horror movie or part of a horror trilogy that I actually want to check out. Honestly, my most anticipated movie on this whole list, ooh, bro, if Joker is actually a musical, I will like shoot myself. Oh my god, That was a crazy thing to say, but um, I really hate musicals, and I do not want the sequel, The Joker, to be a musical. Oh my goodness, that's gonna piss me off so bad. If it's good, it's good, but it's gonna be it being a musical. If it's actually musical, that's gonna be very hard to be good to me. Um, it's probably Deadpool 3 to be honest. Just like seeing Hugh Jackman in the suit and then interacting with Deadpool and possibly other MCU characters or Marvel characters in general is honestly, I just want to see what that looks like, to be honest. And even if it's good or bad, sloppily put together or whatever, um, I just want to see how that looks, bro. Like, we don't get Hugh Jackman forever, and I feel like this is the opportunity to just do nuts the best shit that I probably criticize sometimes, but hey, it's Hugh Jackman, man. It's Hugh Jackman. Like, come on. Like, that's going to be lit regardless. So it's probably Deadpool 3 to keep it a buck with you. To keep it a buck with you. To keep it a buck with you. I don't know why I just got super aggressive like that. I don't know. Sorry. Ballerina's a John Wick thing. Okay. I thought that was going to be like a show or something. Or maybe that's the Continental that already came out. It's probably Deadpool 3, which is probably like the most, I feel like, bro, I mean, at this point, like, I try to branch out to watch other shit and everything, but hey, I like superhero shit. Like, what can I say, man? Like, that's the thing though with superhero stuff. Like, I probably made this point or talked about this regardless, but like the appeal with superhero stuff is like we weren't seeing this stuff on the big screen like before, like seeing like literally comic book pages brought to life. Like, that is so cool. And then, but it's like kind of the novelty's wearing off, and you're gonna need like better like writing and shit to really like be sustainable going forward. But I mean, regardless, I feel like I could find anything to enjoy. I mean, I'm a pretty optimistic person in general, so that's probably why. But I can find like something to enjoy even in the worst of this superhero stuff, whether that's you know it shot well, or or whatever, just like looks pretty, or it there's good fight scenes, or it just has good character moments, and there's something I could enjoy for the most part. The only stuff like I really could not find enjoyment in is Morbius. There was nothing redeeming about that movie in my opinion. Like, even the Venom movies, and I talk shit about them, like, I don't know, seeing Venom in motion and shit. And again, I guess that the novelty's wearing off, but just seeing Venom in motion and actually, like, quote unquote, bite people's head off and whatnot, it's cool. I mean, I guess it's like seeing Carnage and shit. That's cool. Like, seeing that's like every little kid's dream to see Carnage on the big screen. So yeah. But yeah, probably Deadpool 3 is probably my most anticipated movie, and like obviously we're gonna get these are probably like the main like blockbuster. I mean, I'm pretty excited for Godzilla X Con 2, but these are the main blockbuster movies, and there's gonna be other ones like, I don't know, like would something like the Iron Claw be on this list like last year? For 2022, like most anticipated movie, like would the Iron Claw show up on this list or some shit? Because like that's like a big one, and then for me that popped out. Yeah, probably Deadpool 3. I mean, in general, okay, Deadpool 3 is my most anticipated, but did I just go over? But I'm super looking forward for Dune 2 as well. I would say Deadpool 3, Mickey 17, and Dune 2 are probably like on this list. Are probably like, there's other ones I didn't even mention, but are the standouts for me. But let's talk about the games. This list is kind of like a lot more like movies, like in general, not just like super big blockbusters, but I don't really feel like going through all those, buddy. Madam Web. I'm excited to see how bad that will be. I'm sorry to speak ill on your movie before it even releases, but hey. Oh, there's this Adam Sandler movie called Spaceman. Is it an Adam Sandler movie? Yeah. Oh, is there a trailer for it? I didn't even know that. I'm gonna check this trailer out. But it seemed like, ever since Uncut Gems, are there other like roles for Adam Sandler that really showcases his like more serious acting? I don't know. It just seemed like the poster looked cool, and it was Adam Sandler. It seemed like kind of harrowing. I want to see Adam Sandler go through some shit. Um, yeah. If anything comes up, I guess I'll talk about it. Let's go to video games though. Most anticipated video games of next year. Um, for January, nothing really jumped out at me except Prince of Persia: The Lost Crowns. I haven't seen anything on this, but what Prince of Persia game is that? Prince of Persia: The Sands of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Is that the movie name or this? It's a Prince of Persia movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. Uh, Terrible, grossly miscast, but that movie's pretty fun though. I'm trying to find out this old game though. From it was on the PS3. It's you could freeze time and shit and do other stuff. That was really fun. So I seen the Prince of Persia and I kind of just caught my eye. Yeah, I don't really care about finding that game name, but yeah. So in January, nothing really that stood out except that. So I might check out. I haven't really seen the gameplay on it either, so I'm gonna see what that's talking about at least. There's probably quite a few indie games on this. There's quite a few PC games on this list. This is on games. This is GameSpot. Do I have another one? Another list of games? I swear I had another one. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. But yeah, I think I need to look more indie games, especially trying to play more games and not want to fucking just spend constantly $70 on shit that I might like. But in February, the only thing that really sticks out to me is Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Yeah, I'm just really the gameplay. I've been hearing like mixed things. But I feel like it should be fun for the most part. But I want to experience that story though. See what it's talking about. And then also on this in February, Star Wars Dark Forces remaster. I'm not sure. Let's look up Star Wars Dark Forces. I've heard something about this game, but I don't know if it's like how fire it is. Oh, this is like a Doom-esque. Okay, maybe I'm not. Well, I want to see some remastered footage on it. But it's pretty old to be honest. It looks, yeah. And then in March, nothing really jumps out at me. Oh, Rise of the Ronin. I've been seeing some stuff about this. This might be something to look out for. I'm not sure like exactly in the gameplay logistics and shit, but I've been hearing some good things about that. April, nothing really jumps out at me. No, Dune. August is the next Black Myth Wukong. I'm very excited for this. I think I talked about it in the Game Awards. It seems like it's very vast and rich in mythology. Is that the right sentiment wording? So yeah, I'm just really captivated by that. And there's a bunch of PC games or unannounced games. Not unannounced, but to be determined for their release date in the new year. But I think the most anticipated game of the whole 2024, shit, honestly, wow, it's really not a lot. I'm really gotta get into other titles and shit because there's really not shit that. Damn, I don't say IPs are grabbing me. That's kind of bad. I need to stop thinking about IPs and shit and just find what's good. So yeah, I want to get into more like, and I'll probably be talking about it throughout the year, just different games. But probably, I mean, it's kind of crazy to say. Like, is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League like most anticipated? I don't know. Like, what the fuck is coming out next year? Like, that can't be my most anticipated. I feel like I've talked about like other games that I'm looking forward to. Maybe they don't just come out next year. I'm not sure. But I guess not even I guess my most anticipated is Black Myth Wukong. I guess on the list, just from a gameplay perspective and story perspective, and Like I'm excited about both aspects, and I guess with Kill the Justice League, I'm really just I'm on like two. Damn, I gotta like play the game, but like as a gameplay wise, I'm just trying to experience that story. Like I've been saying. But yeah, I think yeah, that's pretty much it on most anticipated and wrap up the year. But yeah, next year I would definitely want to like get more organized on it and like have categories like maybe best action movie, best comic book of the year. Like I said, I want to get more into recent shit, and so yeah, best comic book, best action movie, best comic book movie, best horror movie, and I don't. So, you know, want to make more of an effort to check or list what I'm watching, and I do. I on my like weekly watch list, but I need to make like, oh, this came out this year and whatnot. But that's pretty much it. But not for the episode, but for that. Let's get into the weekly watch list. It's pretty long. Like I was like I said, I was sick, so I had time to watch a lot of stuff. So I caught up more on the Blue Eyed Samurai, bro. That show is fire, bro. Just it's so maturely written, but it's also like strangely comedic as well. And I'm not saying mature shit can't be comedic, but it's a weird balance. Not weird balance, but it's an interesting balance for the show. I highly suggest that. I want to finish that super. Not, I want to finish it, and because I heard there's a season 2. So I watched Leave the World Behind. This is Mahershala Ali, and I think that's what I was saying. They need to get the shit like wrapped up, or not wrapped up. Get the ball going with this Midnight Suns Blade shit. Like, come on, like he's a phenomenal actor. He's not gonna wait around for you guys forever. But I really like that movie. So it's about like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but stuff starts. They're isolated, and stuff starts to happen. Fuck, I'm trying to like talk about it without spoiling it. In the world, and it's just like they're trying to figure out like what's going on. Like, is the world ending? Like where's everyone at? Why can't we contact people and stuff? And people said like it was like wasting their time or some shit. But I don't know. I didn't feel like that by the end of it. I feel like it wrapped up pretty well and answered the questions. And I mean, I don't know. It was something to think about. And then also I was playing more Midnight Sun, so got further on that. I'm actually about to play that probably after this. I don't know. I've been just feeling it. But that was I don't know. I'm really liking the. I was watching more Baldur's Gate because it's like on turn-based. It's a turn-based game, and Baldur's Gate is a turn-based game. I was watching more of Baldur's Gate. I don't know if I will like that game. I don't think I got to catch it on sale. I said I wanted to play it and shit, but I don't know. I'm not spending $70 on something I might like. That's the thing about games. They're getting so expensive and shit. And it's like, I want to try this, but it's like, I'm broke, bro. Like, damn. And it's like, yeah, I could buy some, like, a game, not even here and there. It's just, I don't know. It's just what I've been fucking saying. I don't want to waste my money on something I'm going to put down in a couple hours. I mean, if it's the game is like, that's the length, then yeah, that's the length. But I'm saying like, I don't know. But Midnight Sun's pretty fun. One thing that is killing me in this game, bro, is the character models are so like funny looking. Like they no, or like the character models of the heroes themselves, like with their costumes on, look great. Like actually Spider-Man's costume's kind of ass, and his alternate costumes are kind of ass. But for the most part, like Doctor Strange, Blade, and Ghost Rider and shit, like they look cool. Like Venom and Deadpool and whatnot, and whoever else is in the game, Captain Marvel. Their main costumes look pretty cool for the most part, but like they're like Tony Stark, he looks like a fucking he just like has this like smooth face to him, and like has this like weird ass mustache. And then same with Peter Parker. The first time I saw him, he looks like a fucking like doll, like a fucking Ken doll. He just looks so buttery smooth, and I don't know, it's just really funny looking. But I'm really liking that game. I love like the animations and shit. And I be getting my ass whooped. I be coming out of even the easy levels with fucking 1 star. And like, like 3 stars like is the best of completing the level or whatever. But I'm really liking that game. I watched the show Beef with Steven Yeun and what's the other main character lady's name? She was really good. And she's good in really anything I've seen her in. Ali Wong. Uh, bro, Beef is this. It's a show. I recommend, highly recommend it. It's these two characters just end up crossing paths and like on a road rage incident, and they just have fucking beef, bro. Like throughout the whole show, and it's a show about very human people. Like the characters like make very flawed, like fucked up decisions, and even like the best of the characters in there, and it's honest. It's really well written, and it's well acted. It's well shot. It's a A24 production, or like A24 bought it or some shit. Whatever they do, like Kiri, like I don't know, like I think I talked about it before. It's A24 is not like a. I think they do produce stuff, but they're more of a distribution company. Like they are really good at like curating and picking their movies really well, and what to put out that fits their vision and whatnot. But yeah, was A24 involved somehow in that way, and yeah, it just a line that stuck with me is like there's like I don't know, this fucking manifestation of one of the characters' mind, and it was like this witch like character, and this is probably sounds like weird me describing it, and that's like completely left field of what I was talking about, but it was and she was just like, how do you know, like the character was speaking to the manifestation, was like, how will I know that you won't share any of my secrets or whatever, and the witch was like, because if I said any of your secrets to anyone, no one would love you. And I was like, damn, it's kind of deep, brother. And so I don't know. I just really love how like that show just developed over time, and the characters developed, and it spirals. It spirals into, by the end of it, it's wild. Highly recommend it. I heard like a criticism when this was first coming out. Oh, this was in 2023 too. So I didn't even talk about like the top shows, because I really like. I just watch. Just real quick. I think the top shows for me were, just off the top of my head, were Top Boy, and probably this show, Beef. I mean, yeah. I want to get into. I didn't really like keep track of what I was watching show wise this year. That was really good. That came out this year. So that would be something that I'll be working on next year, structuring that, and then it's just a lot, because I want to talk about what my most anticipated like manga and anime and shit. I haven't really been watching a whole lot of anime. I need to get on JJK season 2 and Vinland Saga season 2, since Vinland Saga wrapped up like more of a while ago, but JJK just wrapped up like last week, so I want to get into more on that. But I want to probably watch the first season first, because I don't remember shit that happened. But yeah, talk about like my most anticipated like anime and shit, and everything like that. What was it on? Yeah, Beef was good. I swear. I finished Wonder Woman Dead Earth. I really liked how that wrapped up, and everything. Basically it's just Wonder Woman. She wakes up in a post-apocalyptic world, like hella in the future, not hella, but hella enough that most of all the heroes are dead pretty much, and she's just trying to figure out what's happening. There's only like one human civilization left, and they're being hunted by these monsters, and she's just trying to figure out what's that and what role she plays into it. And I really love how that her role ends up being like in everything, and it's just super fire. The art's great, the writing's cool, or the art's cool, the writing's great. I don't know. It's by Daniel Warren Johnson, which also he made this Beta Ray Bill comic that I'm reading right now, which is really interesting. He's Beta Ray Bill's ship. If you don't know who it is, actually, he's like this horse face man, and I didn't know he was like a humanoid thing before he was horse face shaped. Is that more of like a recent retcon, or has that always been the case? I just always known him as the horse face man. But basically, he was genetically enhanced to fight Surtur for his people, because Surtur was about to destroy his world, and I think Surtur still ends up destroying his world, but he just crosses paths with like Thor and Odin, and becomes like a fights for them and whatnot. And basically, like, this story is so his hammer Stormbreaker had an enchantment that let him go back to his humanoid form that Odin gave him, and I guess like Thor and him got into it, and Thor broke it, and so like he lost the enchantment. And so it's a really deep story about, I don't know necessarily deep, but a really touching story about like him accepting himself and trying to be quote unquote beautiful again. And it's just like it's an interesting story. And what's his Scourge from he's probably a character obviously in the comics and shit, but in Thor Ragnarok, he's played by Kyle Urban. He is the 2M16s. Like, he's a part of the journey. He's a super funny character. And is this like an MCU synergy thing? Was he always like obsessed with human weapons and whatnot, and act like the way he does? Because he acts like how he does in the movies and shit. But and like he has Pip from, he's like one of the Eternal characters or some shit, or I don't know, cosmic characters. Well, he was in the Eternals briefly, but and then like his ship is called Scuttlebutt, and then it's like a sentient ship, and it recently got turned into a fucking woman, which is wild. But I don't know, it's just a very interesting story, cosmic and shit, and I'm really liking it a lot. The art's really good, great by Daniel Warren Johnson. I'm really liking him as an artist and as a writer. So like anything he is doing, I'm interested in so far. As I'm like, I'm really getting into comics. But yeah, so Beta Ray Bill comic, I think it came out in like 2021, 2020. I'm not sure yet. Or 2022. One of those three. But yeah, really liking that comic. Merry Little Batman, I think I briefly mentioned it earlier, but it was so fun actually. So it's like this, I really love the art. It's just like, what am I trying to compare it to? It reminds me of Chowder. Not like necessarily like all the way through, but it just really gives me Chowder vibes. But it's about like Damian Wayne. He is trying to be, a superhero, and it's just a fun, cute story in the Batman mythos, and not even cute, but it is cute. But I'm just trying to explain what it's about. But he's basically trying to save Christmas. Batman gets tricked leaving Gotham, and it's up to Damian. Some guys break into the shit, and it's into the Wayne Manor, and Damian fends it off Home Alone styles for a bit. I thought it was gonna be purely that, and I was like, fuck, and I kind of like tuned out. But then it's only like for a section, and then it's just him going around Gotham dealing with like the Joker, Bane, and Poison Ivy and shit. And Alfred's this old decrepit little like gremlin man type vibe. And I don't know, it's just a very fun, if you like Batman, I don't know if I have kids or something, it's a cool kids time, I guess. If you even don't have kids, it's still worthy checking it out if you like comic book stuffs. Or just watch the trailer. If you watch the trailer and it doesn't seem like your vibe, then it's gonna be what the trailer is. But if you are interested in the trailer, definitely check it out. It's worthwhile. I really like just how, all the character, fucking, who plays the Joker? Because who actually played the Joker was actually really surprising when I saw it, and they did surprisingly a really good job. David Hornsby, from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. As soon as he started speaking, I was like, whoa, who is that? And he plays cricket in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But he plays the Joker, and he does a really good job. He has a really good Joker voice. I was really surprising. Cynthia K. Oh wow, who did she play? Yeah, I really like the cast too. The voice actor for Damien was really good. Giannis Akujan Keb. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. Giannis Askunshin Kebreb. Reb? I'm not sure, but he's really good as Damien, to be honest. Oh, he's in Sweet Tooth too. Maybe I'll check that out. He's really good. I don't know. Hope this child actor has a great prospering career because I liked him in maybe a little Batman. Yeah. Where was I at? Weekly watch list. Cool. All right. So I try to watch Rebel Moon, bro. I turned that shit off. I just turned that shit off. One, there's a director's cut coming out that provides more context to the scenes, and also it's rated R. So I knew there was a rated R version. And I thought they were just gonna drop the rated R version. This makes my head hurt. Why would you release an incomplete movie, pretty much? Because when I was watching this movie, I was like, clearly there's supposed to be blood in this. Kind of like with the Venom movie, I was gonna be rated R at first, and then like you can clearly tell by the action in Venom that it's supposed to be blood everywhere, and just like the way it's shot, like you can just tell. And it's the same thing with Rebel Moon, like you can tell that there's supposed to be blood in some of the fight shits, and it's just like, why would I waste my time watching this inferior project that you put out when there's going to be a director's cut with more scenes and then also with blood? And I'm not saying like, oh my god, rated R gore blood like makes or breaks the movie, but it's so clearly supposed to have blood somewhere. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, why did you think this was a good idea? And regardless of that, the movie's fucking trash. I don't know. There's a bunch of nothing characters. Yeah. I know I really wanted to like this movie. Like it was First off, it was marketed like pretty much as like rated R Star Wars, and then you fucking take out the rated R element. What? That just makes no sense. And I was whatever. Yeah, so I don't even feel like I'm gonna like watch the director's cut version because I don't know, like why even waste my time like that in the first place? It kind of just like pissed me off low key. Yeah, fuck Rebel Moon. I was reading Marvel's Ruins. Basically, it's a comic book, a super edgy comic book where nothing in the Marvel universe goes right. Like basically, like for example, Peter Parker getting bit by the radioactive spider just gave him a fucking terrible infection and rash, and he fucking dies, or he infects. Yeah, he just becomes this like fucking this texture that looks like the Thing guy, and like basically like Magneto's like this like nothing like character. He's like this basically everyone's powers like goes wrong. It's like Hulk turns into this tumor monster instead of like this what he is, and Wolverine is like just this infected like metal poisoned like thing. It's just super edgy for no reason, like out of nowhere. Like Jean Grey showed us up as an underage prostitute, and then Nick Fury just blows her brains out for like no reason, and no rhyme or reason why she just popped up in the story out of nowhere, and then Nick Fury just kills her, and then as soon as he kills her, he kills himself. It's weird. It was intriguing in a bad way. Like it was just I couldn't like just fathom like just the bullshit that was happening. Would not recommend. If unless you just want to see some like needlessly fucked up shit for no reason. And then also I skimmed through Batman Red Rain. I was listening to an old Weekly Planet episode, and they were talking about this. Dracula comes to Gotham, and he's just fucking killing a bunch of homeless people and shit, and Batman deals with it and ends up turning into like a bat by the end. But I read it because they mentioned that like Batman like turned into a vampire and like ended up killing like all his villains and shit. Unless maybe I was skimming too fast, but I did not see that part at all, and I was kind of pissed by the time I got to the end of it. And by the end he's like grows like these giant like bat wings. Yeah, it's wild. When did that story come out? Because it's really old. Because they were talking about, I think, the weirdest versions of Batman, and I think a listener wrote that in 1991. Yeah, here's this panel of Batman cutting off Scarecrow's head. I did not see this. Maybe there's another book. I did not see a lot of these panels that look pretty hardcore. Huh. Maybe I gotta track down more of it. But I mean, yeah, it was fun, I guess. I was watching this one movie called Alice with Kiki Palmer. She was it's based on a true story where a slave escapes like a plantation, and then when she escapes, she finds out it's 1973. I didn't finish it, but it was pretty cool for the most part. Not cool. It was pretty engaging for the most part. There was like this couple like stupid parts like that. Just yeah, I don't know. It was all right. I want to finish it though. But the last thing, not the last thing actually, but I watched the Batman 2 nights ago, and I finished it last night. Bro, the Batman is just so fucking good, bro. And I was talking about it earlier. I just want to see more in that universe. Just it's once you get past like I don't know. I feel like that movie just meanders a little bit, and maybe that's not the right words for it, but it is a little drawn out. But once you get past that and just like settle into it like as an experience and just as like just a nearly 3 hour just Batman story and just don't really like worry about and I guess this is like defeats the whole purpose. You just don't worry about it like as a movie like as a whole. I don't know. And just I was just watching it like I was reading like a comic book, you know? It just felt like a story, you know? I guess that is a movie. It's a fucking story, Dennis. Yes, of course, that's a movie. But I don't know. I'm not finding the right words for this. But when you just settle into it, I don't know. It just the movie's just so great. Just the way it starts out, where Batman's talking about the shadows, and that's not how it starts out. It starts out with the Riddler and shit, but after that, it's just like Batman talk about fear and using fear in the shadows, and like how I really like how it illustrates like how I like the whole in like sequence where like the helicopter's flying around and it's shining the light on the criminals, and it's basically saying, "Look up, bitch, the bat signal's in the air," and they just all get scared. Like that part is just so chef's kiss. But yeah, that movie's just great overall. I just really love everything about that movie. And then also I've been reading this manga, this manga. Where I gotta find it. Hold on. It's called Fudgy. What is it called? It's like Sakamoto's Days Gone, or no day. Oh fuck! It feel goddamn load. Why is this shit not loading? Sakamoto Days by Yuto Suzuki, and it's basically this. It's is that like a Japan thing? Like, there's this other show called I Am Sakamoto. Basically, it's just like not Sakamoto Days, but I Am Sakamoto is like this guy. He's this basically you can do no wrong. Like everything he does, it's perfect. Haven't you heard? I'm Sakamoto. Um, and he's just like this school kid, and everything he does is just perfect. Like people try to like play pranks on him, and it just like ends up like backfiring in his favor. Um Like let's say like you like splash like some water on Sakamoto, and then like I don't know, he ends up like dodging it or like repurposes the splash. He's like, oh, that was refreshing, and I had like these fucking like I had these drying fish, like these dying fish, and that water just rejuvenated them. Like thank you. Like it always just ends up working it in his favor. Like I feel like I think one time trapped him in this giant hole or some shit, and it's ended up working to his fucking benefit. It's just really funny. But Sakamoto Days, that's what I was saying though. Is it like in Japanese like culture, or at least anime culture, like is Sakamoto just like a name where just um I don't know, like is it like it's like a what am I trying to say? Like it's a perfect guy. I don't know. I don't remember what I was trying to say. But anyway, Sakamoto Days is a retired hitman. He was like the greatest hitman in the world and shit. And everyone wanted to be him. Everyone was scared of him. And he just ends up falling in love, retiring, having a child, and turns and gets fat and runs a convenience store. And one of his old guys that he worked with comes back, is like trying to see if he's actually retired, but he got sent by the organization to come and kill him. But it's just this funny story. Just it's like one of those, like I was just saying, like I Am Sakamoto, where everything just he's just so good at everything. And I don't know. I'm only on like volume like chapter 3, and I'm just interested to see where it develops. And I learned about it from Twitter. This guy was like, he like talked about it, and then like he like instantly was like, "Oh wait, never mind. This story's fucking garbage. You don't want to check this out." We basically like kind of trying to gatekeep it and shit, which I feel like he was just doing that jokingly and shit, or maybe not. But I don't know. Got me to check it out. Is there anything else? I don't think so, to be honest. I've been really yapping and yapping and yapping. But this will probably be the first episode of the new year, to be honest, because yeah, this is the 31st I'm recording it. Um, so yeah, it's probably the new episode of the new year. Probably be most anticipated things for 2024 is to be the title, something like that. But oh, almost forgot. Let's do our section pondering our orb. See, I almost forgot the feng shui of the pod, but you know I didn't. As we're moving into the new year, you know, you just want to. I haven't honestly been thinking about this. I just need to turn it up, bro. Just kicking into the ninth gear. Just lock in, bro, and get to it. I just been slacking, bro. It feels like everything I do is kind of fucking meaningless. I don't know. Shit, that's kind of depressing, but just need to lock in, bro. Just keep going. It's kind of tough sometimes. Just like I said, it doesn't feel like really going anywhere with anything. Maybe I'm just like in a rut from being like sick and shit. I don't know. I don't, it's just like editing with like YouTube and shit. It just feels like I take so long with editing, and it's just gotta keep going, I guess. But you know, just really gear up for the new year, bro. Lock in. 2024 is an opportunity to be better than you were in 2023. So, like I said, I need to like sit down and like do my goals and shit for the new year. I feel like that'd be very beneficial. But just lock in, bro. That's the motto of 2024. Lock in, brother. Lock in. Lock in. Lock in. You can get anywhere you want to get with hard work and consistency, brother. Hard work and consistency. It might not like work out as soon as you think it is or whatever, but just keep being locked in, bro. Hard work, consistency. Hard work, consistency. Lock in. But yeah, it's pretty much pondering my orb. Follow me on my social medias at DS2Smooth on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that good stuff. Follow my main YouTube channel, DS2Smooth. Follow my second channel where mostly like gameplay and shit. Playing through Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty still. Yeah, DS2Smooth Elongated. Yeah, I mean, just been trying to keep on top of the content. But that's pretty much it for this week. I will catch you guys in next week. I don't know what the topic will be for next week, to be honest. Yeah, we'll see.